Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here, and welcome to day 16? Welcome to day 16 of NaNoWriMo. So today is Thursday and I did not film anything yesterday or on Tuesday, but I did write yesterday. So I'm gonna get my manuscript pulled up. We will take a look at what I did yesterday, get back on track, and then we are going to continue with revisions today and see how much I can get done today, tomorrow, and this weekend, and hopefully, maybe, fingers crossed, I might have a completed draft by Sunday, but I might be getting ahead of myself, so welcome back to the channel. I am going to go ahead and get my manuscript pulled up here, and we will see where I'm sitting and what I'm going to be working on today. Okay, so I have my manuscript pulled up here, and forgive me in terms of like the autofocus on this camera. If you've been watching me for a while, you probably know this camera is horrible at autofocus, so we'll see how it does today. But I have my book pulled up here, and I finished writing that brand new chapter that I was working on when I last talked to you on Monday. So that was, I think, chapter 21. Yes, that was chapter 21. I finished writing that yesterday, and then I got started on revisions for chapter 22. And chapter 21 is sitting at 2,239 words. So I was able to add 2,200 fresh new words to my manuscript, and I'm sitting now at 57,458. So we are really closing in on 60,000 now, but I am working on chapter 22. At this point, it's looking like I only have 29 chapters actually. I thought I had 30, but that means that I only technically have like one brand new scene to write, and that is the very end of the book. So at this point, chapters 22 through 28 will primarily be revision. And I am mostly focusing on content revision right now. This is mostly like a developmental pass and making sure that everything is where it needs to be and everything is functioning in the story and everything has a purpose. But when I am coming across chapters that are already developmentally good to go, I am doing kind of a light line edit, and the heavier line edit and copy edit will come later on in separate passes. So that's where we are sitting today. And in terms of other exciting news, I recently sent my design brief for this book to my cover designer, and I am just so excited to see this book cover. They did a phenomenal job with book 1, and I know that they're going to do a great job with book 2, and I'm really excited for it. I think I'm going to reveal that probably early December is my plan right now, unless it takes them a bit more time to get things done. But I have another cover that's being worked on, so I am happy on that front as well. And I don't really think there's anything else to report. It is early afternoon, and I got all of my like editing and administrative work done this morning. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started on chapter 22. And depending on the length of these chapters, I could probably finish chapter 22 today, and probably chapter 23 also, because if I'm remembering correctly, chapter 23 is pretty short. So without further ado, welcome back to the channel, and let's go ahead and dive right in to some revisions on my manuscript. Okay, it is almost 4 o'clock now, and I have been working diligently this whole time, and I went a little crazy. I was originally hoping to finish revisions on chapters yeah, I was hoping to finish chapters 22 and 23, but I am suddenly in chapter 29. I literally almost finished my revisions on this draft. So I'm now in chapter 29, and it is going so well. I got completely swept up in the story, and that has not happened for quite a while. And it makes me really happy to come across chapters that completely just like distract me from what I'm doing, because they're so fun to read, and I almost have to slow myself down and go back to make sure that I'm reading clearly. And that means that I'm doing something right in this chapter. So I am currently about halfway through chapter 29, and then there is a chapter 30. I mentioned earlier that I thought that it was only going to be 29, but it's not. It is 30 chapters. So I'm halfway through 29, and I am sitting at 58,207 words. So I am less than 2,000 words away from hitting 60K. Now, I don't think I'm going to hit 60K in this draft, because I just have one more like scene to write, one more big chunk, and then this book will be done. So I don't think I'm going to end up adding another 2,000 words, but I might end up adding, 800, 1,000. So we will be in the range of, 59K, I'm guessing. And that is close enough. And what I did actually earlier was I went back to the first draft of book 1, and it was only 50,000 words. And then I ended up adding like 7 or 8,000 words through the course of my revisions. And then with all of my front and end matter and everything, I was closing in on 60. This whole time I thought that book was 60K, but it's about 58K with everything. So the fact that I'm already sitting at 58,207 words in this unfinished draft means this book is officially longer than book 1. And I am so happy about that. I was afraid for a while there that this book was not going to hit, 60K or even get in the range of 60K, but I have somehow pulled it off. So this chapter is so good. I need to finish this chapter 29, and then chapter 30 is the last chapter, and I need to, so I still have quite a lot to write in chapter 30, so I think I could potentially hit 60K, but I don't think that's going to happen today because I'm quite hungry. So what I'm going to do is head out to the kitchen. I am making lasagna tonight. It's one of my favorite meals that I tend to make a lot when the weather gets cold. So I'm going to go do that. I appreciate you being here. I really hope you've been enjoying the NaNoWriMo content. And I think I'm going to finish this book tomorrow. And then from there, I'm going to have to figure out what I want to do next. Maybe work on the book 3 outline, because the book 3 outline needs a lot of work. I have, an overview of it, but it needs a lot of development. And I definitely have not spent the necessary time to flesh that entire outline out. So maybe once this is done, I will take a break from, revising and writing, and I will shift gears into finishing that outline for book 3. And then from there, I guess we'll just take it a day at a time, see what I end up doing. I want to, I don't know if I've mentioned this, but I want to publish this book in early 2024. Like, February would be awesome. So I will need to continue focusing my attention on this project, but I might want to try to, start writing book 3 as well, so that those processes overlap a little bit and I can make sure that everything is clicking into place between books 2 and 3. So that is all I have for you today. Thank you so much for joining me for this vlog, and I will hopefully see you tomorrow for day 17, in which, fingers crossed, I might finish this book. All right, thank you, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.